Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen, also known as Empress 1111. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please hit like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Also, I do want to thank my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your love and your support. Also, before I forget, I hope, darling, please forgive me if I am not pronouncing your name right or how you pronounce it, but Vox, she is like one of my #1 fans. I mean, I see her commenting on my channel like every day, and that really gives me so much confidence to continue to do this because there's great love and effort and work that is put into putting these cards down and giving these readings based off of my already busy schedule. And so when I see stuff like that, that hypes me up and it motivates me and propels me to want to do this. Okay. So thank you for all of you that have contributed in any way, shape, or form, whether it be love donation, whether it be a personal reading or working that I have done for you or an attunement. However you contributed, whether you commented, whether you shared, it doesn't matter. You guys all are taking turns to give good karma in the way that you feel fit for your souls. There is no right or wrong way. And I appreciate it in all forms. And that's the reason why in every video I make mention of it. And I will continue to do so because it gives, excuse me, I have all these thoughts racing in at one time. It's an interchange of energy. It's an energy exchange. And that's what karma is all about. So thank you for promoting good karma and thank you for giving it, because that means only good karma is going to come back to you. Now, before I get into the reading, I want to tell you that this is a love scope non-communication reading. It is for soulmates and twin flames, but I open it for everyone. I laid down the cards and I immediately knew that once I laid down the cards that it was going to be a twin flame reading. Okay, even though I had it on my mind to open it up for everyone, and it still is. Okay, don't think that there's not anything that you can take away from this. And with that being said, that leads me to my next point. Please, I repeat, do not force this reading to fit you. There may be some parts of the reading that resonates with you very well, and that's your part. That's your portion. That's the portion and only that portion that is meant for you. Okay, the whole reading may not be for you because this is a general reading and I'm speaking to multiple people at the same time, multiple energies at the same time. So never, ever, ever try to force a reading to fit. Okay, that's my little caveat and I got that out the way. Now, with the new galactic portals that are opening and that are now open at this now moment with the earth energies, as your way shore and as your guide from Source Creator, I was told by the angels this morning to keep you aware of how to harness these energies. And if you're not using them, then I am here to tell you how. Now, since I've been on this twin flame journey of helping others as a light worker, I have come to find that the divine masculines are in heavy need of channeling the energy from the sun into their solar plexus and their crown chakra. Okay, because as a divine masculine, you have dealt with the earthly plane, which is what the Emperor card represents. Okay, the material plane. And because of that, ego has pretty much predominantly ruled your existence of life. And because of that, you either have a blocked solar plexus or you're working it too much in access. And I have come to find that a lot of you that are working it in access are pulling and siphoning from your divine feminines, whether it's been unbeknownst to you or whether you know it, but you've been siphoning this energy and pulling from your divine feminine solar plexus. And this has caused too much excess energy. And a lot of what we have in our ignorance coined as narcissistic behaviors. Well, it's not narcissistic behavior. It's an imbalanced solar plexus. You're speaking to a naturopathic doctor. Okay. There's no such thing as a narcissist. That is a generic term and a psychological term for people that are inadequate spiritually and do not know about energy and how it affects a person when they're imbalanced or off balance. Shamans know good and well about the energy centers and when someone is exerting too much energy or not putting out enough energy. And so, with that being said, that is the case. I hear so many times, and I've even used it not knowing myself, a person is narcissistic. No, they're not narcissistic. They have an overactive solar plexus. That's where the ego is. Okay, where the solar plexus is, where your central sun is. That's inside your body, and you can use it for good or you can misuse it for bad. And some of you are walking around with this imbalance. And so, again, pull the energy from the sun that will balance it out, whether it's overactive or underactive. Okay, make sure you also bring it into your crown chakra down to your solar plexus so you can bridge heaven and earth. That way you step into your divinity and your God essence. Divine feminines, I ask that you do the same. Channel in the solar energy from the sun through the crown chakra down to your solar plexus. For you, I find with the divine feminines, you usually have problems with your womb. And so a lot of you need womb healing. And I'm going to go ahead and link a womb clearing meditation for you from Sandra. And she's really good. If you guys want to take that necessary time, it is worth you doing the spiritual work. I'll include that in the extended version. You guys can have access to that. And you'll also have access to some more information on how you can just really step into your spiritually awakened self and attain spiritual mastery at this now moment, because it's important that you are integrating these energies for your ascension process, because we all know that the twin flame journey is not about finding someone on the outside and the other half of us. It's about finding the twin within first spiritually. Okay, it's a journey within and a journey into self. And once you have union with self, then so within, so without. All right. I think I pretty much covered all of the bases for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it about the energies of the galactic portal, taking advantage of it from the sun, pulling it into the solar plexus and the crown chakra, going down to the solar plexus. And I have a story before I call in some help, okay? Someone reached out to me yesterday because they had someone that they were in love with pass away about 9 months ago. And they haven't gotten over that person. And they're now engaged to marry someone else. And so she wanted me to do mediumship, where I stand in between heaven and earth and I bring that person in to communicate. And so I did. She paid me. And this person is a relative of mine, okay? The shocking thing that I am finding is that we all believe that reunion with our twin flames has to be in a physical. Well, Source reminded me through that channeling yesterday that it doesn't. You see, on that reading for her, we both found out that they were twin flames. Now, here's the kicker. She knows nothing about twin flames. She hasn't even heard of the term. And so I had to break down the dynamics and what that actually is. And interesting enough, I found out something that I felt that was very intriguing. He told her that they had the never-ending story. And so I asked, are you guys twin flames? Like, I asked the question, and he told me that the answer, because I had pulled out 4 decks, was in my last deck, and that he would answer that question last because he felt like even though that was of importance, that she was grieving and crying, and he wanted to tell her why things didn't work out, why he was here. And he said one of them was because of his ego, but he came here to love her. And she was wearing this necklace around her neck that had his ashes stored in it, but it was causing a rift between her and her fiance. And so anyway, long story short, he said, well, tell her to get an amethyst and wear it, because anytime that she wears that amethyst, I'm always near. And so she looked down on her hand. She was already wearing an amethyst ring. And we both looked at each other and we both started cracking up laughing, because this person that she channeled, or that I channeled for her, they were a jokester. And she was like, oh, I really know that I'm talking to him now, because he always gets me every single time. And she was like, yeah, you got me. I know that it's you. And she was like, you always used to make me laugh, and there's no one like you. But in the end, we did find out that they truly are indeed, they are twin flames. And that, because she said, why did you go so soon? Why did you were so young? And he said he had to, because he had to go on the other side to help her, to help finish Awaken. And that was their soul contract. So I just want to tell you guys that this twin flame union is so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. Oh, I don't need to cry. No, please, come on. Let's not. Let me hold back those tears. I don't need to be crying at the beginning of your reading, but it just goes to show you how beautiful and how divinely orchestrated, even through all the ups and downs that we have all been on, how things can turn out different than what we expected. Beyond our wildest imagination or dreams. Look at how now he's on the other side. He's with her every single day. He's like a guardian angel to her, helping to guide her into her ascension process from the other side. Imagine that. It was a beautiful story. I love the way that it came through, and I'm honored that both him and this person chose me, and the fact that he's my relative. We grew up in the same house together. Beautiful. All right. Let me go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yadhe Vahe, to give me the information that is necessary for the ascension and the evolution of their souls, myself included, in time past and present, in all directions in time and space. And so it is. All right, crowning the reading, you got fogged in. Okay, you're in a situation to where I feel like a lot of you are in non-communication with your twin. And if you are in communication, it's slow communication. And that your divine counterpart is moving to you or towards you very slowly. And because of that, some of you got tired of the waiting game. And so you are at this moment where you cannot see the forest for the trees. It's like the fog is around you in this journey, but Source is telling you to slow down, take your time, go within, listen to your intuition. And to me, I listen, get still in this now moment, because that's when your answers, and that's where your direction is going to come from. It's going to come from you stilling the mind. And I keep hearing Source say, peace, be still, because there is peace and stillness. When you crowd out all of the things that are going on in the material plane of existence, and you come into your own world, and you get into the 0 point position with Source, and you're in total communion with God, and you're at one-ment, or at atonement is what people say, but I say at one-ment because you're at one with Source. That is when you get your answers. That is when you start seeing things shift, because you're no longer looking at it from 3D. Now you're activating your multidimensional selves. Okay. You have the rejuvenating rain. Okay, so you're clearing the past so you can heal the present. For some of you, I'm sensing that there is a need for you to forgive your divine counterpart. Okay. A lot of you divine feminines are reminiscing and romanticizing the past. and it's not serving you. And so at this moment, this card is appearing to just tell you to let go and show you that you can let go. It's safe to let go. Unclench your fist. You're holding on to this situation with clenched fist. Open up your hand and receive the clarity that the universe and the divine is wanting to give you in this situation. There is some cleansing and there is some clearing that we're going to do on the other side if you join me. But it is very necessary at this now moment for you in order for you to gain and obtain spiritual mastery over this situation, because for some of you, this situation has overtaken you. Okay. And that is not what it was designed for. It was designed to build strength of character and to give you the fortitude that you need in order for you to endure what you are now enduring. Because the only reason why it's even present in the first place is because it's a part of your ascension process. You have faraway places. I'm sensing with this card that this is literal, both literal and figurative. There is a need for you to travel. Okay, you need to break up the monotony and get away from the everyday mundane things of life. You are doing things in a perfunctory day after day. It's mechanical and you are not doing anything different, and it's causing more stress in your life than what is necessary. So it's telling you, even if you just drive to the next state, okay? People don't comprehend travel is travel. It doesn't necessarily mean by plane. And even if you can afford to go by plane, do so. Because right now your soul is soul journeying and it needs to see different places and different atmosphere, because you cannot heal in the environment in which you got sick. And so source is telling you to move out of that environment, not permanently, but temporarily, so it can take the edge off of your situation, because you guys are dealing with some heavy energy where you are. And for the other group of you where it's figuratively, it's telling you to take a journey within. Maybe you need to listen to some audios that deal with, mind manipulation or mind development and mastery, or maybe even mastering your emotions, emotions, because for a lot of you, the energy is all over the place because of the Mercury retrograde, which, thank the Lord, the 20th and the 21st will be moving out of that energy. Okay. And then it doesn't help that it's in Piscean energy, which is always in two directions, never really going the same way. Okay. And for a lot of you that are empaths, you are just highly affected by this. So travel within or take a distant travel so you can see the wonders of the world. By seeing the wonders of the world, you are coming into these epiphanies and these aha moments of how grand the Creator really is. And you're seeing and you're going to be exposed to what your soul needs at the time in order for it to heal. Okay? So trust the process. Which moves us to the next card, which is unknown territory. Yes, it is going to be unknown territory for you, because for some of you, I'm sensing that you're doing something that you've been knowing for the longest, that you've been needing to do anyway. And you finally have come to this place where your soul has got so tired. Okay, I'm hearing that you've been sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing the same thing over and over again on this loop-de-loop, and you're just spinning your wheels with the situation. And that's the reason why a lot of you pulled away from communication, because you got tired of trying to articulate in word and thought what it is that you deserved in a relationship, when you know good and well your divine counterpart knew. They knew all along. It's as simple as the golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. It's not that hard. But for some of them, they were wrapped up into their own ideal of how they thought it should be, trying to control the situation, trying to be a master manipulator in the situation, and that calls for the divine feminine to pull away. Now, a lot of you are entering into this solitude, this sweet solitude, in this moment of silence. And in this silence, peace does prevail, because now that you are in tune with yourself, you are also in the God frequency. You're at this 0 point where you and Source are one. And because of that, you are gaining so much clarity. You don't look at this situation the way that you used to anymore. You used to try to work from a vantage point of the 3D plane, and it didn't work. And you did it over and over and over again until you came to the realization that this is a spiritual journey, which requires that I use spiritual weaponry. And because of that, you know that your biggest ally right now is the breath. Now you're just breathing through the situation, no matter how painful that it is. You let the tears come and you let them fall as they may. But you are in this place of so much peace because you are not being hurt. You are not being lied to. You're not being manipulated. In this now moment, in suspension of time, you are here with the one who brought you in, and that is the Grand Creator. You have come to realize that there's more power in your silence than what it could ever do with your words. And because of that, you're about to experience so many miracles on top of so many miracles. So many miracles are coming through for you that it is beyond your wildest expectations throughout your life. In all aspects of your life, you're about to have something enter your life that is beyond your wildest dreams. You, even in your own limited human perception, could not even conceive of what is now upon you. It is emerging, and it is coming through for you as a result of your hard work and your dubious efforts that you have put into this union, that you have put into doing the inner spiritual work, and that you have put in with all of your dedication and with all of your might for the journey. You see, you have bridged the inner twin, the masculine and the feminine within. You already have spiritual union. You know that. And this is the reason why your blessings are here. You're going to have so many blessings pour out unto you, before you. It's almost going to be like the red carpet is rolled out before you. It's going to almost be like as if you're entering a grand feast, because the divine has set out a spiritual buffet for you because you solely deserve it. Now, with these next 4 cards here, you have the 8 of Cups, which represents your divine masculine. As you can see, there are 2 cups that are here, and then there's 1 third cup that is about to spill. Well, it's already done. He got rid of the contract with the karmic. You know, we have been hearing that there has been a contract that he's been trying to get out of. He finally found a way to get out of the divorce, the marriage with divorce, or for some of you that are married to this divine masculine and you're the divine feminine, he found a way to get out of a business contract with his karmic, or a contract with his family, whether he went into business with his family of some sort. You know, these are the scenarios that I'm pulling from the ethers. Take what resonates, okay? All is not going to resonate. But whatever it was a contract, and he's out of it. And that's the reason why that 3rd cup is spilling. Because it can even be a contract, source told me, with a job. Because this job is what has been preventing him from being home with you. He has been so wrapped up into the material plane that he forfeited even the relationship and the union with you. For some of you that have been married, and for some of you that were in partnership before he left. You have the Emperor card, which represents the divine masculine. He is stepping into his Emperor power. He is stepping into his God essence and who he is. I have a feeling that he has been doing occult practices, because you have the Devil card right next to the Emperor. And it's very important that you look at the cards that are laying next to the cards that you lay down, because it helps you to give a accurate interpretation. But with the Emperor next to the Devil card, it lets me know that with the Devil facing the Emperor, that someone has put black magic on him. He had to step into his Emperor power and use occult practices in order to reverse that and move into his light body. Because when he was at his lower self and he was just, living a 3D plane, life of existence, that's when that spell was casted upon him from the karmic and from the family. I'm sensing that for some of you that it was family involved too, because they did not like your divine feminine that much that they used black magic to keep you two apart. But guess what? Evil never prevails. Good always prevails in the end. And that is represented by the Temperance card next to the Devil. Source energy has stepped in to even out the scales. And you have learned to step into your God essence. And when you're in this higher state of existence, no one can cast a spell on you. And you know that. All it took was for you to step into your true authentic power and to claim your divinity and sovereignty, which is what you have done. And I see also that some of you are even leaving addictions alone, whether that may be pornography, drugs, alcohol, even being a workaholic. I mean, that is an addiction, you guys. A lot of people, they applaud a person that works themselves to death. That is not to be applauded, nor do I commend anyone that is not balanced, okay? Life is about balance. The law of gender is about balance, okay? And that is a universal law, which is immutable. If you overdo anything in life, the universe will do something about it so you can come back into balance, whether you lose the job, whether, you start getting ill or sick and you can no longer work the job. But just trust me, that is not cute. It's not cute to overindulge in anything. Anything that you do in life, source energy wants me to remind you to do it in balance. Okay? Because what's imbalance is going to be put back into balance. And trust me, source does not play around when it comes to the laws of nature. They're already set in motion and they honor him or her. All right. So at this moment, with the Temperance card, I am seeing that it is helping you to balance out this situation between you and your divine feminine. You are being put into a spiritual cocoon. And with this sarcophagus, which is what the Egyptians put, the mummies into these tombs of protection, you are gaining clarity, divine masculine, about what it is and what role and what presence you are to play in the divine feminine's life. Some of you were looking at the divine feminine as just, your worst nightmare, okay? You were not looking at who she was, but you're now starting to see her as the empress as she is and the high priestess that she is, and you're starting to move towards her. And that's the reason why the universe is coming in to circumvent life situations and things and events around so you can come into a physical union. And for some of you that have had your twin pass on the other side, so you can work together in the spiritual realm so you can finish your ascension here. All right, this was a beautiful reading. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And it was my honor. I have come to the conclusion of this reading. If you want to go to the other side, there is definitely more to this. This is not where it ends. Let's go to the other side and finish up your healing, get more information. And also, let's do the womb cleansing for the divine feminine, because I'm feeling that there's some womb cleansing that needs to be done. Okay. Now, it is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, or leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. You can also purchase a gift from my Amazon registry, which I am so excited that I've already received 4 gifts from the registry. And I thank my new subscribers. Thank you so much, because I really enjoy the work that I do. And just to see that my channel is growing, it really inspires me to put out more videos like these. Okay. All right. And I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste. Beautiful.